Hey Sports Center members, my name is Rob. I'm here to talk to you about the squat rack. Now I'm going to demonstrate how to operate and adjust the squat rack, not necessarily how to do every exercise that's possible on the squat rack, because that's beyond the scope of this tutorial video. If you need some instruction on how to use it or how to incorporate the exercises into your training or perform any of the free weight exercises properly, definitely make sure to talk to a trainer, because there is a lot of room for error on free weight exercises, and it might benefit you if you're brand new to training to talk to a trainer. But anyways, I want to get you started on the squat rack in this video. First thing I'll talk about is, of course, the safety here. So you're going to see these bars here. Quite often I see a lot of young trainers or new trainers take it off because maybe it gets in their way. They feel like it gets in their way, but ultimately it is there for your safety. Now you can adjust them depending on your height. If you're real tall and you're squatting, you may have to adjust them. So how do you adjust them? You can take it off by placing one hand under here and pulling up and out. That's going to allow you to put it into one of the sockets here. Now I just know for my height that the bottom row is the best for me, because it's going to allow me to either perform my bench press or my barbell squat and get to full depth without hitting the safety. You don't want this getting in the way of your training. So if you're squatting and you're hitting this, then you might need to lower it. It is at the lowest setting right here. So if you're bench pressing and this is getting in your way, there's a good chance that your form is a little bit off and it can use some adjusting. So that way it's just above the safety rack. So again, talk to a trainer to see if you can incorporate the bench press properly, or how to perform the bench press properly without having to take the safety racks off. Now, if you are someone with very short limbs, there might be a possibility that these racks do get in the way with the bench press. But again, talk to a trainer to see how you can incorporate chest training into your program safely. Anyways, I always recommend having these. Just the other day, I saw someone fail on this and they had no spotter, and luckily these were on there. It basically saved him from getting crushed. So I want to stress the importance of that. Anyways, here you'll already see a barbell on here. Now this is going to be a little tall for me, so you want to make sure that whenever you put the barbell back on, you don't have to do any tippy-toeing, because if you have some weight on your back, it's going to be a little unsafe. So just like the safety rack, this you push up and out and adjust it where necessary to place the barbell. If they are this high, these are going to be optimal heights for a shoulder press or a barbell squat or front squat. So barbell comes up, hit the bottom, hit the back of the rack to know that you're safe, and it comes down. So I get under the bar, and if I perform my squat, and then I come back, hit the back of the bar so I know that I'm clear, and come down. You shouldn't have to tippy-toe the bar back on. That's something I see quite often. And another thing I see quite often is that people want to see themselves in a mirror. The mirror is to my back here, but really you're going to want to use the squat rack facing the front, because you're not going to want to re-rack going backwards. It's just not optimal. Just be aware of that. If you do like to train watching yourself in the reflection here, it is not optimal. It's a little less safe to perform it that way. I always try to perform my exercises facing forward with this machine. Unless you're doing something like rack pulls, calf raises. Right here, you can face the mirror, the bar could be down here, and you can perform those exercises. However, I do want to mention some proper gym etiquette here. You don't want to be performing things like bicep curls and calf raises and small muscle exercises on this machine, especially if it's a packed gym or there's someone waiting on it. You want to make sure that you're coming on here to perform the big exercises like the squats, the barbell bench press, the military press. Those are the type of exercises that that you should focus on here. If it's a packed gym and there's people waiting for it, that's something you want to think about. If you want to incorporate this into a wider strength training program, definitely talk to one of the Sports Center trainers.